Everybody, I'd like to welcome you to the September 16th, 2021 Board of Public Works and Safety meeting. Roll call, please. Here.
Here. Here.
Any conflict of interest statements?
No, sir.
No. Approval of minutes of the meeting of August 26, 2021 and September 2nd, 2021.
Make a motion to approve those minutes.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item number 5, bid opening. There are none. Matters from department heads or their representatives? Nothing. Correspondence, item A. Correspondence received from Enviro Forensics LLC recommending the award to the transportation and disposal contract for the removal and replacement of lead-impacted soil environmental remediation project to the low responsive and responsible waste disposal facility, Republic Services, in the amount of $109,188 submitted for approval.
Good morning to the board.
Morning.
Morning.
Last week, we had a opening of quotes for the disposal of the lead-impacted soil. There were two quoters, one Waste Management, one Republic. We referred these quotations to our consultant, who is overseeing the project on the city's behalf, and they have made recommendation. Engineering is reviewed, and we support the recommendation for the disposal and hauling of the lead-impacted soils.
Okay, I will make a motion then to approve the Republic Services.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item B, correspondence received from City Engineer Dean Button recommending the approval of 474 Fayette right of encroachment in the public right-of-way by 18th Street Distillery, LLC, submitted for approval.
18th Street recently acquired the property about a year ago, I would say, 474 Fayette. During the course of our review of the project, it appears that a portion of the building was constructed within the right-of-way. We don't know for a fact if there's any sort of record that discusses the encroachment into the right-of-way, and so it was the recommendation of the Director of City Planning for Hammond to make sure that we had this memorialized as part of the overall development of the project. And so 18th Street has signed off on this right of encroachment. I would note on the typical form, if you see the form, there's an item that says that, you know, if the city wants them to remove, that's item number 2, Mr. President, if the city wants them to remove the building, you know, the encroachment, they will do so. Well, it's impractical for them to physically demolish the building because it's been there for so long. And so I asked 18th Street in their petition for the right of encroachment that we waive that portion of the encroachment.
Okay, and these are your initials on that one?
That's my initials, and I put my name on the bottom so that it's hopefully clear that it was me that made the notation, but that Mr. Fox for 18th Street did make note of the other two provisions and has signed the right of encroachment. And so as engineer, I would ask that you accept this right of encroachment and have it as our record that it is approved by this board.
Could that be recorded?
Has it
Do you want to record it?
Sure.
Yes.
Get it to the law department, please, and we'll have it recorded.
Okay.
Okay, so forward to law department, is what we're going to do? Okay. Then I will make a motion to approve Mr. Button's request and forward to the law department to have it recorded.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item C, correspondence received from NIPSCO requesting permission to temporarily close the Monon Bike Path from September 22nd, 2021 through October 1st, 2021 to safely perform electrical work in advance of the NICD Westlake project. Trail users can potentially use the gravel path directly east as a detour while work is being performed, and the trail should be open in the evenings after 5 p.m.
So this segment is south of 173rd. It's really close to the very end of Lyman where the crossing is going to be closed in order to run the cables and to perform the work safely. It will reopen at the end of each day, and so the trail will be open during off work hours, but during work hours it'll be closed for that purpose. We don't see a problem with this work. It needs to be done as part of the Westlake, and we ask for your approval.
Yeah, I seen all the telephone poles laying down there. Yeah. Okay, I will make a motion then to approve NIPSCO's request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item D, correspondence received from David Flores, Indiana Department of Transportation, advising that on Monday, September 20th, 2021, they will be closing Ramp J, which is southbound Calumet to eastbound I-8094, for approximately 30 days, and the bridge work continues on Calumet Avenue over I-94 with the completion date of September 18th, 2021, will be pushed back approximately 2 weeks.
So this is a matter of record.
I mean, this was closed previously, right?
It was closed to complete the work on the expressway.
Okay.
In order to, do maintenance on the lanes of the expressway. This is an overlay and control joint replacement on the on-ramp. And so this will be a full closure. We wanted to make sure that public safety was aware that there will be no access at Calumet Avenue to eastbound 8094.
Still go westbound,
Westbound
8090.
Westbound is open, southbound Calumet to westbound 8094 is open. I think northbound Calumet to westbound 8094, I think is still closed. I could be wrong.
No, I think.
So,
It is open because there's a lot of
It's open.
U-turning that's
I think
going
it's
on
open,
down
yeah.
there. They get off, zip around, and
northbound to westbound, they're doing a U-turn at 75th, so northbound to
Yeah.
westbound wouldn't be open, right?
Yeah.
So,
on the boulevard.
I guess really the point is, we wanted to make sure the public safety was aware of this, and that I know that during the earlier closure, that FD needed to go to Torrance Avenue to access any accident that happened
Eastbound, right?
east of Calumet Avenue. That's really what we're trying to accomplish, and
Okay.
it is
All
that
right.
time of year for construction, and, I wish there was any more that we could do, and don't know why they're doing this all in 1 year, but, in the end, hopefully it'll last a while.
Are we acknowledging this or approving it?
We're acknowledging it, but I think we need to forward it to FD for sure.
Just police and fire?
Yeah.
Okay, then I will make a motion. Of course, we acknowledge that it's happening and it's forward to police and fire so they're aware of the closing.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, man, that'll be a headache. God,
It's gonna be a
darn,
mess.
man. Item E, correspondence received from Miguel Gill requesting permission to hold a block party on the 4200 block of Wabash Avenue on September 18th, 2021, from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. for a birthday gathering. Mr. Gill here by chance? No? Again, I drove it yesterday. I don't see an issue with it. I don't think we need to go all the way to 142nd, though. There's an alley that runs east and west, which is just south of there, 4217 kind of thing. So I think that would be sufficient for what he wants to do.
I feel like he's had one before. There's
He might
been
have.
one there
It's
before. Yeah,
possible.
yeah. Okay, so you're good?
Yeah.
Okay. We need to forward to Public Works.
They haven't requested anything, but I guess,
Yeah, just to clean up
okay.
the street.
All right, yeah. Oh, gotcha, okay.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve Mr. Gill's request and forward it to Public Works in case there's any equipment or cleanup that's needed.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Matters from board members. Insurance Plan Participation Agreement between Hammond Port Authority and City of Hammond Health Insurance Plan submitted for approval. Mr. Smith.
Mr. President and Board, good morning,
Good morning.
Morning.
including the exonerated Mr. Perez.
Thank you.
This participation agreement is the last one. I believe the board has already reviewed sanitary water. This is Port Authority's because it just got passed on Tuesday. It's requested by the Controller's Office, so we would request its approval.
We do.
So Mylan, I talked to Mylan yesterday. He was signing it. Did he get you guys a sign? You probably have a copy of the resolution.
Prefatory statements that's signed by Diane Kaminsky.
So that's the resolution by actually, the title
Okay.
above that, the prefatory statements, you can see the title is the resolution to approve, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the Port Authority resolution that approved the participation agreement. You
Okay.
can ditch those first two pages. And then the participation agreement there, if it doesn't have Mylan's signature, he signed it yesterday, and we have a signature page that I can forward to the law department.
Okay, so we can approve without any subject to, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
got it.
Okay. Then I'm going to make a motion to approve the insurance plan participation agreement.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. We even got Kevin to use the word, how about that?
Yes.
Okay, item B on page 2. Declaration of property as worthless from the Hammond Information Technology Department. Pretty straightforward, Mr. Smith. Numerous obsolete computers, broken monitors, miscellaneous peripherals, and
Yeah, as long as they're
they wish to
describing it as
dispose of it
worth,
all. We've got a list of everything that they're wanting
as
to.
long as they're describing it as worthless under the statute and citing the statute, which I'm sure they are, then I would request its approval.
All right.
Okay. And I will make a motion to approve the declaration of property as worthless.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item C, request for advertisement of the notice of sale and disposal of personal property owned by the City of Hammond submitted by the Public Works Department.
This is similar that we went through, I think, either earlier in the year, maybe over the summer with Public Works. It's just vehicles and things like that. So they're going to perform, I don't want to call it an auction, but it basically is an open bid form that they do during the day. So we'd request its approval.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the request.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item D, Robertsdale access agreements for properties at 2132 Indianapolis Boulevard and 2134 Indianapolis Boulevard submitted for approval.
These are more of the letter of mediation program. We'd request its approval. They just keep coming in, trickling in. Our city engineer says he believes this may be all of them, which is great news. 100% participation, that's
Very
great.
good.
Okay, then I will make a motion to approve the agreements.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item E, disposal authorizations received from the Hammond Police Department. Yeah, good there, man.
I will make a motion to approve the disposal authorizations.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Item F, garage sale permit submitted for approval. Let me go this way.
Yes, allow, Mr. President. good.
They are good.
I will make a motion then to approve the garage sale permits.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item G, notice of violation hearing on property located at 513 Florence Street.
Good morning, Board.
Good morning. Is, Mr. Garcia here? No? Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So they had requested a water reconnect inspection upon arrival at the property. There was a basement apartment. There was a kitchen sink as well as multiple sleeping rooms, none of which met egress or any of the code compliance. The owner complied. They removed the walls, the rooms, and the kitchen sinks and cabinets. We would like to affirm that they had already removed the basement apartment.
Property was constructed as a single-family home. So Inspector Pollock and Coles performed an interior inspection, determined that the basement area failed to meet the minimum requirements to be used as a separate dwelling. The new owner was compliant, hired contractors, got the permits done to convert the property back to a single-family home and remove that living space. So we're just seeking that the board affirm the order so that any future owners of the property would be aware that basement occupancy as a separate dwelling would not be permitted.
So it is a single-family home now?
Correct. Currently, it is reflective of a single-family home occupancy.
Okay.
Then I will make a motion to affirm the order for 513 Florence Street.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item H, rental registration for the properties located at 5529 Soul Avenue, 1626 Stanton Avenue, and 2712 White Oak Avenue. I only got two here, though. Soul and Stanton.
Ms. Garcia Cruz, 5529 Soul. Okay. Looks like the property owner is here. Based on our department records, we are showing Ms. Cruz as the property owner since 2019. There is a homestead tax deduction claim. Based on water records, it would be reflective to show what Ms. Cruz's claim occurred. She stated that she had a tenant there for about 2 months?
Yeah.
Okay. There was no insurance on the property at the time being because they were working on getting the roof repaired, which has subsequently been completed. And then Ms. Cruz stated that she claimed plans to move back in October. However, due to the occupancy by the tenants, we would need to make sure that 2020 is registered. Go ahead and address that.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I do have homeowners insurance now on the premises. I'm new at this.
No, that's fine. Is it going to continue to be a rental property?
At this time, no, I plan on moving in
Okay.
October 30th.
Okay.
So I will be a resident there, but if something ever happens that I decide to move back out,
Sure.
I will come back in to make it a rental property.
Sure.
Like I said, I'm new, so I'm from Elkhart, Indiana, so it's something new to me. I never had to have a rental sticker on any properties before, so it's kind of new for me.
We're different here.
I know, I found that out.
So do we have to register for 2020?
Yeah, for 2020, due to the fact that the property was occupied by...
For a couple of months, right?
Correct, yeah. If it's
Okay.
anything-
And you're aware of doing that,
I
correct?
understand, yes. Actually, it's a best friend of my daughter's. She was homeless with 4 kids. So at that time, my residency is in Elkhart, Indiana. I couldn't break my lease because I was still in a lease with my landlord. So now I told her she has so many days to get out. I'm filing an eviction on her because she has damaged already my premises.
Single-family home, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You have 2021 on here, it's for 2020?
No, it's for this year.
Yes.
So it is for
Oh, for
2020?
Yes,
2021.
for 2021. You said 2020.
I did. And he said, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was like,
Yeah.
okay,
That's exaggerating a little bit.
so are we good?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to make a motion to waive the late fee, and you can register at the end of today's meeting, okay?
Okay.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Everybody's at 41.
Hey, can I get a second on that?
I second.
Thank you very much. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 1626 Stanton.
All right, Ms. Edwards? All right, so we have the property listed as a single-family home owned by Ms. Edwards since December of 2019. Therefore, we are seeking the registration for 2020 and 2021. The property's never been registered before, and there was a current citation issued for the conditions. However, based on the inspector's reinspection, it would seem that those issues have been addressed. The one thing I would like the board to consider is that there is still a homestead tax exemption being claimed on the property, and seeing as this is not Ms. Edwards' primary residence, we would request that she sign the homestead adjustment form so that the law department can send it to the Lake County Auditor to have that filed with Lake County.
Good morning. Actually, I believe we've had the tenants in there since 2019, January of 2019. So it would actually, I would owe for 19, 20, and 21, because I was not aware. The property was my husband's property, and when we got married, we rented it out. So when we rented it out, we didn't know that we needed to register it, obviously. We still do maintain the garage. The garage is ours, but if we need to sign the waiver of homestead, that's whatever, however that works.
I had filled out all you have to do is complete that form there.
Okay.
And then we can, then give it back and we'll send it, to get it taken care of.
Okay, just give that back to you? Okay.
So what are we looking at? Are we looking at 19, 20, and 21?
Yeah, based on our mission,
Yeah.
I guess 2019 would then be owed. I was going based off the Lake County Assessor's record.
It wasn't put into my name until 2019, correct?
Right. So it seemed
Yeah.
it was in her husband's name starting October 2017 and then transferred into her name December of 19. So we typically look at owner record.
Correct.
But if,
Yeah, full disclosure, yeah. In 2018, he moved out, and we started renting it
Is
in
this
January.
the only rental property
Yeah,
that you have?
yeah. Yeah, this is a new thing to me,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to then make a motion to waive the late fees for 19, 20, and 21. Also require Ms. Edwards to sign or complete the homestead adjustment form.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. 2712 White Oak Avenue.
How you doing, sir? So we have this property listed as a single-family home. Owner, they're the only listed owner according to Lake County since I think it was like, well, yeah, it began in, 1983. They've owned it since. First time that it was registered was 2014. It did appear in front of the board in that year, but it has been registered every year since. The only other stipulation I would request the board is to, again, have the owner complete the homestead tax exemption form, because there is a homestead tax exemption filed for the property. So I would just request that the owner complete that form so we can get it filed with Lake County to have the adjustment made, as this is a registered rental property. We are only here for 2021.
Any questions, John? Don't have any. John, you got anything?
Oh, sorry.
So good, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were moving and, you know, it's my excuse. But we've since sent the registration check in and the forms that we were given by building commissioner. And I haven't heard about this
The homestead exemption?
Yeah,
Yeah, so the homestead tax exemption is afforded to owner-occupied residents who get to file it's a deduction on the property taxes.
Yeah.
Since it's a rental income property, then the homestead tax exemption would not apply to this
Okay.
property location. So we
Understand,
need to
yeah.
make sure that we have that form submitted to Lake County so they can make that adjustment.
okay, is that on the internet, or is that?
No, I have the form
Okay,
here.
that's
Yep.
fine.
If
Yeah, I
you
can
guys
do
can
that.
fill that out, then we can take care of that today.
Okay, great.
All right.
Okay, then I'm going to make a motion to waive the late fee for 2021 and also require Mr. Wong to complete the homestead adjustment form.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Yep.
Okay, those rental properties will have the paperwork for you here, hopefully in just a few minutes. Item I, right-of-way permit submitted by the engineering department.
Ask for your approval.
We ask for our approval.
Well, since they ask, I'm going to make a motion, we approve the right-of-way permits.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Old business, item 10. Item A, status, 7128 Marshall, request for yellow curbing. You're okay? No, I'm just asking Mr. Button as long as he's here.
So
I know.
this, this is a controversial subject,
I know.
right?
I know.
So your city engineer doesn't really have a problem with it in general. We don't want any vigilante painting going on
Sure.
at the advice of council. I would suggest that we probably need a standard for this, right? It sounds like this particular homeowner has routine problems with folks parking in front of his driveway access.
That's fair.
And so we really need to standardize what we're allowing, and I would suggest something no more than 2 feet of yellow striping on either side of the driveway approach. I can get a consultant to put together a diagram that shows that, and if that's useful.
Okay.
Sounds to me like this should be a part of the Public Works painting crew's responsibility rather than to leave it up to the homeowner because
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't
of
want
the
the homeowner
potential
to do it.
risk
I mean, we're gonna
that
lose
they.
track of who's
yeah.
got it and who doesn't.
Yeah, so I don't believe that this is anything that we can get accomplished this year. My discussion with Gary Gleason is that they're having a very hard time getting paint available from suppliers, and so if they have, and if the equipment's available to put the marking down, that's fine. But I will have a detailed prepared that shows kind of what we would allow.
Okay.
And we will get that to Public Works so that they can, if they get these requests, that's what they would, that what they would put down.
Okay, so how should I word the motion?
I mean, this is kind of going to be a test case for us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to do it this year, though, right?
I don't know that they have the capability, right? I would defer to Public Works to determine if they have the capability of doing it this year.
Okay.
But we would, if they have the equipment available, because they generally start to wind down their paint crews this time of year, and that they were having trouble getting paint to apply.
If
So
they
I-
have that paint, though, you already talked to them and they know what to do and everything?
No, I need to talk to them.
Okay.
So,
Forward to engineers and public works, that way you can talk to.
yeah.
For the
yeah.
review?
Yeah, I mean, we should be able to figure this out by next week, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we'll do that.
Just set it for status then?
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay. Then I'm going to make a motion to set this for status to next week's meeting, which is September 23rd. In the meantime, forward to engineering and public works for their review.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, item 11, meeting's open to the public.
Morning, everybody.
Morning.
Hi, my name is Cruz Santiago. Apparently, I couldn't take the pictures that I wanted to show you guys, but I have my phone if you guys like to see it. I live on Torrance in Gosling. So last year, they knocked down all the trees, and they made all these adjustments with yellow poles. So they only did half of it. So I cut my tree down. I put some stones in the middle of the street, not in the street, you know, but on the side. And apparently they keep moving them, but I put them because people bust U-turns and all that stuff, big trucks, and the street is real narrow to start with. So I have 3 trucks, and every year they hit one of my trucks. Apparently I just bought it 2018, about 2 months ago, and they just hit it the other day. I want to know if there's something that can be done to do something better about that. And also, when the train track thing goes up, people are flying through the street like it's a highway, 40 miles per hour. People going the wrong way to the intersection. I know there's a small business on the corner. They double park, and so it's really, like I said, I got a picture. I can show you guys the phone. But I would like somebody like engineer or anybody to go, and I can show them what I'm talking about. It's hard to explain in person without pictures, but I know a picture says 1,000 words. But I've called one councilman. He said that's not his, and I know that's not Pete's area, but he's trying to help me to come here today. But the other guy says that's not my area, so I don't know who to go to. I just want somebody to go out there, any engineer or anybody that can speak to, and I can show them exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, I have a couple questions. The first question is, you talking about the 4,500 block of Torrance?
Yes.
Okay, you said you put trees out there?
They're trunks.
Okay, are they on your property or are they on city property?
They're on city property. They have yellow poles.
Okay,
So they didn't finish all the way.
okay.
So that's why I say if I can show you a picture on my phone, it's better. But like the other day, the people that work on the train, they move those stones just to go around instead of just going around the street. You know, and it's just.
He's referencing the median, right, the part of the median that's.
Oh, the parkway in between,
It's the
north
only-
and south?
Yeah, it's the only median on Torrance that isn't finished. I know they redid the 4,400 block of Torrance North as well as the 4,600 block south. So I believe this median was the next one they were planning for the reconstruction phase with curbs and bike path and everything. I know exactly what point he's talking about. There's a break in the yellow chain and posts that are in the median. And whenever there's like trains coming, people, slide through that, drive over the median, through that break in the chains, and try to cut back north to beat the train at another intersection. And so, you live right there right next to the train tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're probably swiping this truck then and taking off. Is what he's.
Who's responsible for the chains that's broken?
It's most likely city property, but I believe that they haven't scheduled anything to be done there because that's the last median that's going to be reconstructed, most likely.
Can you take pictures and email them to the law department?
Yeah, I have. Like
Can
I
you
said,
do
I
that?
have them here. I just again, since my kids play baseball and my work, I didn't have time to do it yesterday. Because he did tell me like, hey, can you get the pictures, and I just didn't have the time. And then other than that, our neighbor, when I put those, she goes around to the wrong way and just goes like the opposite direction. You know, you causing maybe an accident.
Can we maybe
I
forward
assume.
what Dean's going to send us, say?
I'm going to take a look by next.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
okay, on that medium between, it's the 45th block of Torrance. And like he said, it's got a medium in between the northbound street and one-way street, and then the south. Public Works did put telephone poles by the tracks. They stopped about halfway before reaching Gosling. He believes the solution is to continue placing the telephone posts for now. I haven't had a chance to talk to the first district councilman to see if there's something he can do, come up with money, rectify that area. But telephone poles are already there. If they can continue all the way to closer to Gosling, it might help, because he has put his own tree stumps in between where they left the telephone poles. And that has helped somewhat, but not completely. So I believe that's one thing he's asking for today, other than find a way to slow down the traffic, people racing. Well, to beat that train, you got two set of trains, tracks right there, South Shore and the CXW, CSX, whatever they are.
Yeah.
But
Also, there's a sign that says no parking on this side of the street. And apparently people keep parking. Like I said, I got a picture. There's a landscape company, I get, they gotta eat, they gotta do what they gotta do, but there's plenty of parking. So if there's two cars here, the street's already small enough, so you have no space for the cars to go through. I've called the city to come, start citating people. Not that I want that, but they just need to stop that. Like, I'm not gonna be paying my insurance every time they hit
So
my truck.
where are the no parking signs exactly? They're on Torrance?
It's it's right on the left side. It's visible. It's big.
So it's not in front of the houses, obviously, it's on the side of the median, I mean, the side of the parkway, right?
on the west side.
Yeah, and
if
people
you're
are
on the-
parking there?
Still parking, and it's like I said, they go through the one way.
Yeah.
Like 2 weeks ago, some people got hit in the car that almost hit them, like telling them, like, watch where you're going. Like, no, you have to watch. And I mean, I stopped confronting people. I don't even want to do that because, these days everything goes
Right.
out of proportion. And I just, like I said, I mean, like I put my own lights because they knocked down all these light posts. People were randomly parking there. I had a flag, they broke it down. It's just like now that it's really dark, people are just parking from anywhere from Illinois plates in Hammond.
Button, you got something you want to add to this, or no?
Maybe I can help to some extent. So I wouldn't say it was probably about 18 months ago or so, there was a similar complaint filed. I worked with Gary Gleason at the Public Works Department, and he did install a few extra painted wooden power poles in the median. If that can be expanded to include any open gaps that happen to be there, I think that's probably a wise move right now in the short term. I would like to let the gentleman and the councilman know that the first district councilman had hired an engineer to design the segment, redesign the roadway to reconstruct the roadway between Gosselin and Hudson. So that is in progress. Some of last year's and even into this year's COVID situation had prevented the city from moving forward on that project. There is railroad coordination that needs to be done, and it has been ongoing as part of that design. And it really comes down to trying to get the project funded. As this board is aware, the council and the mayor have formed a capital improvements board to fund projects such as this. And so that is in their court to make a decision on moving forward with that particular project. So we as Mr. Farrell had said, the city had improved the street from south up to Hudson and from the north up to Gosselin going south. It's that middle segment that was somewhat of a ambiguous who's responsible for that. We do know that is the first district, and they are working on a design to improve that area so that the bike trail can come through and the curbs and gutters can be installed, and it would make a much better improvement in that area. So just to let the gentleman know that it's in progress. I don't have a timeline of when that might go to bid, and if we could just get some additional wooden power poles placed along the median, that should at least provide some assistance. And then with regard to the speeding, there's not a lot at this time that I can do to address that. Perhaps signage. We could work on some notification street signs that talks about having people try to slow down in that area is about my only suggestion at this stage.
2 weeks? 1 week? I don't know. I mean, we can address it next week. I'm not sure we'll have an answer for you next week, but we will address it, once this meeting's over going forward.
Oh, that's fine.
Because again, like
I
you said,
appreciate
we
it.
got to have a visual. We got to see. We
Yeah.
got to see. Yeah, and we'll address it, we'll,
Yeah, because I know a lot of people tell me park on the curb, and I don't want to do that because you never know where somebody in the handicap.
no, I understand.
No, they want, I don't want black dirt path.
No, yeah, thank you for coming. We'll address it and look into it and see what we can do, certainly in the short term.
That's fine, thank you for your time, though.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so just set for status
Yeah.
for next week?
Yeah.
23rd. Yeah, because the speeding is intermittent. It's for when there's a train there. That's the problem, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion then to set this matter for status to next week's meeting, September 23rd, 2021, which will give us an opportunity to go out and actually visually look at the
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone else from the public?
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.